Sri Lanka's most powerful news brand.
New Year's 2018 celebrations around the world. President's message: let's unite to build a nation where the dividends of sustainable development will be shared by all. Pope in year-end message says 2017 was marred by wars and lies.
In your top story this afternoon, President Maithripala Sirisena in his New Year message says that we enter the year 2018 with many challenges that we must face with courage in order to accomplish our goals. He also said we should unite to build a nation where the dividends of sustainable developments will be shared by all. The head of state points out that economic prosperity we should gain as a country, the reconciliation which should be deeply instilled in the society, human freedom and a further endorsement of the glorious image of Sri Lanka at the international fora are among our priorities this new year. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, issuing a message to mark the new year, says that he takes this opportunity to thank everyone who accompanied the government of good governance on the journey of emerging as a country with the highest regard for the principles of democracy and ethics. He further says that we have been successful in presenting Sri Lanka to the world as a country that respects and recognizes human dignity, one in which all have access to social and political freedom. Communities around the world lit up the skies to welcome the dawn of the year 2018. Let's now take a look at these colorful celebrations. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres delivered his New Year's speech yesterday. The UN chief said that despite his call for peace, 2017 has been a year where in fundamental ways the world has gone in reverse. Meanwhile, Pope Francis in his year-end message said that 2017 had been marred by war, lies and injustice, and he urged people to take responsibility for their actions.
Anche questo tempo dell'anno 2017
Even 2017, which was a whole and healthy year when God gave it to us, we humans have wasted and wounded it in many ways with works of death, with lies and injustices. Wars are the flagrant indication of this unrepentant and absurd pride. But so are all the small and great offences of life, to truth, to fraternity, which cause multiple forms of human, social and environmental degradation. We want to take and we must take responsibility for everything before God, our brothers and our creation. Back to more local news. President Maithripala Sirisena attended a public meeting in Damin, Polonnaruwa yesterday. The election system was corrupt with the preferential voting system. That is why myself along with the SLFP MPs insisted that we should not go with the previous preferential voting system, even when everyone else from the government and the opposition told me to do so. And at the end we won. This system will not leave room for the representatives of local government bodies to work as they want. There are rules and regulations in the country. There is party discipline and they should be implemented. We will appoint a constituent committee of individuals representing voluntary organizations. The councillors will have to work with these committees.
රජයේ පිළිගන්නා කමිටුවක් අපි පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුව එක්ක තමයි മന്ത്രിවරයා වැඩ කරන්නට ඕනේ.
Today is Duruthu Full Moon Poya Day. Now, the significance of Duruthu Full Moon Poya Day is that it marks Gautama Buddha's first visit to Sri Lanka.
During the 6th century BC, in the 9th month after his enlightenment, the blessed one visited the Mahayanganaya. His mission was to restore peace, to create a state of freedom from war or violence. The old chronicle Mahavamsa records and states to free the beautiful land from the evil-doing Yakas. At that time of the Buddha's first visit to this country was inhabited by the Yakas, who were humans and descendants of Ravana and his brother Vibhishana.
The demonstration staged by labourers of the Ragedara gem mine in Malsilipura continued for the 4th consecutive day today. The protest began on the 29th of December demanding for job security. The protesters charged that around 100 employees were asked to leave by the private company which owns the gem mine. The protest is being staged inside a 183 feet deep mine. The protesters added that the closing down of this mine would result in them losing the only means of income for their families. Let's now take a look at some news in brief. A fire was reported at a 10-storied building in Vanda Place, Dehiwala earlier this morning. The firefighting unit of Dehiwala said that the fire was successfully extinguished with the use of 5 fire engines and 10 firemen. Another fire razed down a 2-storied warehouse used to store goods imported from foreign countries in Nappavala, Avisavella. According to our correspondent, the fire was a result of an electric fuse. The fire extinguishing unit of Horana, the residents and the police extinguished the fire. 3 individuals in possession of a conch shell worth 8 million rupees have been taken into custody. According to our correspondent, the conch shell had been transported from Kitulgala. The suspects are residents of Kitulgala. And with that, we wrap up lunchtime news on TV1 for today. To follow details of these stories and more, you can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Charlotte Benedict for the News First team. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Good day.